The fated day is finally here. Misette is on global. At one point in time, I was extremely excited for her. Nowadays, well, let's talk about her. Misette is going to be our brand new Grimm Stella character. Her release is accompanied by Chapter 5 of Grimm Stella, and of course, a few other characters are returning with her on her banner. But Misette herself is pretty interesting and somewhat cool. I would say she's mainly this light support character. Could kind of use her in a mix of different situations. If you take a look at her entire skill set here, you can see that there's not a lot of text because in reality, she's pretty straightforward. Her skill's able to give her some art gauge, her art's buffing up heal equip CT speeds and physical res for the entire team. We have a true art that's able to reduce the enemy's damage res, which is a stackable debuff. We have a super art that's buffing up physical equip CT speeds and physical damage. But she really comes together once you take a look at her passive. At the first 100 seconds of a quest, we negate 30,000 damage taken for each ally. She also buffs up her HP recovery, and lastly, she increases her own damage. Which this is kind of what makes Misette to an extent. You put this character on a team, and then instantly you have a 30k barrier for 100 seconds. Being able to have something like this in Grand Crusade is kind of invaluable, because if you're on a high floor of Grand Crusade, a 30k barrier is not going to go down that easily, especially if you synergize this barrier with some damage reduction, which you can go about doing that in a few different ways. Since Misette is a light human, you can actually use her alongside Kenshin. If you have an entire light human team, well, you have 40% DR with Misette's 30k barrier. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not taking damage. You can also do this with other characters in the game that just give flat DR, like for example, Beta, or even using like Shiro Emiya. One thing to note is that I don't know if her barrier goes away if you pop another barrier on like your team. So for example, if you use her alongside Shiro and you use Shiro's art to give everybody a barrier, I don't know if that adds to the barrier or if that takes it away. If it's like most other things in the game, it will probably take it away. But if it works similar to like equipment barriers, then it probably will stack on top of each other. Unfortunately though, I think that is Misette's biggest strength. Considering the rest of the kit is a little bit lackluster here, the only reason why you may look at Misette in like harder content, get that 30% physical res, since you can combine this with another form of damage reduction to really make sure your team doesn't die against any boss that has a ton of physical damage. But one thing I will say though is that this super art is probably my favorite super art in the entire game, so she gets bonus points for that. Even if her playstyle may seem a little bit boring, or she may seem like she kind of is a whatever unit, I think her niche situations that you would want to use her in makes the free multi very justifiable on her banner. If you want to pick it up Misette and just have her in your back pocket for whenever you might need her, you know, in Grand Crusade or any other game mode where you just want to have a 30k barrier right out the gate, it's going to be a lifesaver whenever this comes up. Now, it may not come up all the time, but when it does, it's going to save your life. So overall, Misette gets a thumbs up for me. I like the character. I think she's solid. Bit niche, but pretty good. Now we move on to the rest of the banner, which is questionable, to say the least. We have Eleanor, still kind of whatever, but if you need an Earth character that's able to give some DR, look no further. Of course, a lot of you guys probably have Okarune already, and he gives 30% DR as long as you don't get near death, so up to you. Simon is kind of interesting here because I don't think he's getting Dream Awoken. He might be. I know Sistina is, so if Simon's getting Dream Awoken, it's going to be a bit better for him to be on this banner. But overall, most of you guys probably already have Simon. If he does get Dream Awoken, you know, that's just a bonus. And then lastly, we have Sistina, which she is getting Dream Awoken, and her Dream Awakenings are pretty okay. I would say the Verdant Dream is very powerful, especially if you play into the killer, but I also say the Water Dream has some uses as well. Overall, the banner's not going to sway you in any way if you want to summon or not. It's mainly going to be if you want Misette. So I would just say, if you want Misette, summon. If you don't want Misette, probably skip. Lastly, of course, there is an ALK summon, and you could do this if you want to do the step of ALK to try to get Misette. But I want to remind all you guys that our 8th anniversary is approaching very, very soon. It is very likely that we get some kind of reveal or hint at what our 8th anniversary unit is going to be very soon. And I'm almost positive it's going to be Orville D. And if it is Orville D, I recommend a lot of you guys save up your currency and your ALK for Orville D instead of something for Misette. No, it's sad because Misette's a very cool unit. I love her design. I think her super art animation is dope. But if I had to pick between getting Misette and Orville D, I'm picking Orville D every single day of the week. Of course, considering this banner lasts until February 12th, you can just wait it out and see if they reveal the anniversary unit during that time frame. And if they do, you can decide then, oh, do I want to go for Misette or go for them? But I'm almost positive it's Orville D. If it's not, I don't know what they're doing. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this video. Tell me down below, are you going to be summoning for Misette or are you going to be skipping out on her? Me, myself, I want to at least do my free crystal multi, see if I can get her, maybe do a 5k ALK on her. But apart from that, I really don't want to invest too heavily on this banner. Just for the simple fact that if I lose the chance of getting Orville D, I'm gonna be pissed. Either way though, you guys let me know down below. how you all feel about the banner. Oh, and one thing before you all leave, don't forget to drink water.